Okay, now we're on with turn 17 of Semper Gumby. Again, just got these two kind of flashpoint areas. We've got the sniper team, for whom the game may be up. They may have run out of space to run away into here. And then over here, the artillery's starting to come in, and these guys are now going to be putting some area fire down on this alley. If they spot anything in this building, they should probably engage it. Might do, might not. But why are you guys on pause? I can't unclick that, can I? Obviously. Interesting. Though it might stop them reorientating inside the building, which... Oh no, let's test that out, see what happens. These guys are going to start off by shooting the snot out of this building, so I know there's German troops in there. And then we have these guys who are already starting to engage the lone German pixel Truppen they can see, because they can only see one of them moving that way. These guys in the bottom of this building here are going to move across into this building so they can see down here a little bit better. I have a feeling that Halloween is either going to try and blast his way into this block, or he's going to have to come around one of the sides to get in through the door. So we'll see what goes on there. Hopefully the mortars are going to start coming in, he said, with rampant and undeserved optimism. And if they do start immediately coming in, we're going to try and adjust them over here instead to catch all these pixel Truppen that Halloween has out in the open. Yeah, we will see. Let's press go and see what we get in this one. And I don't think they're actually going to hit anything somehow. But yeah, they've got the contacts developing there. Looks like the snipers finished off the last guy in that building up there, though. That's a plus. And yeah, boom, he's blasted his way in. Let's see if we can't catch him as he tries, if he's trying to get in through the side, maybe? Not sure. And suddenly we start shooting and we start developing more contacts again. It still sounds like the mortars are comically off. Yeah, so no casualties. Always a good turn. Not sure what's going on with all of this stuff, but definitely quite a bit of fire going out. Not sure if we actually successfully knocked any actual German pixel Truppen down on this turn, but that's I can live with that, because now we've given you another tactical problem to solve, which is that he's been engaged from new positions, and he needs to take that into account. He needs to bring his fire support up, needs to start maneuvering, all this stuff that will slow him down, and magical artillery fun times and stuff. Okay, so let's see how the sniper team got on. They're just going to kill that last guy. Yeah, there goes that team. You can see out in the open here, Halloween has got plenty of bodies moving up. We can see him from up there. Again, the idea is to, just give him a bloody nose. I'm not going to stop him here, but I am. Oh, look at that target. Ugh. I'm not going to stop him over on that flank with so few bodies. Like, two guys. Not going to happen. But we're putting the hurt on, which is good. So, yeah, let's see what happens with all of this. So these guys come across, but nobody shoots at them. Actually, if we got a... These guys may be the same team that blasted their way out of this building. Or blasted their way into this building. And yeah, more evidence that they're pioneers rather than the breach team, because one of them's got the MG4 there. So that's a little interesting nugget. And yeah, that is the mortar still landing completely in the wrong place. And then suddenly we get all this fire coming out. Comically off target M203 grenade there. That's the platoon HQ. You look important. You have a radio. I'm a little tempted to open up on him with the sniper that can see him there. But there is literally another German sniper team looking straight at them. And the position that they're in, they're exposed to all of Toluene stuff around here. So maybe we could just use him to keep an eye on things for now. So then we start getting the, yep, that's the, like the enfilade fire down this road here from the M240. And then that squad there is shooting those guys up. Yeah, he has people hanging around in this courtyard, basically. And of course he's blasted into the building. That looks like proper fire. Yes. Okay, so that team there that has moved in there can actually see these guys, which is excellent. That's why I put them there. We've got minefield there as well. AT mines in this case. So yeah, suddenly these Germans might have a little bit more to deal with. What are these guys doing here? Are they... Ah, that might be prophylactic fire, so he doesn't know if I've got anybody in here. So he's got his guys in this building to shoot up the next building along the chain to suppress any troops I have in there while this team blasts in. So ideally, you know, the guys that he's moving into this building will be able to overcome whoever I have in here. But I don't have anybody in there because I'm actually holding this very lightly. But it does mean that there's some German troops up here on this balcony. Where hopefully those guys might shoot at them. That's probably a good idea, guys. Yeah. Not sure we're actually getting any targets off. Any targets actually hitting anything here. So interesting to see when these guys became pinned and why. Oh, because one of them decided to fire a law. That's why they're pinned. Because backblast. Awesome. And of course it didn't, it just hit a tree anyway, so well done, guys. So for the uninitiated, firing something like a handheld disposable AT weapon like that in a confined space is not good for your health or any of your soft tissues, like, you know, eye sockets and nose and ears, things like that. Very unhealthy. But yeah, the 84C, I think. Don't quote me on that. One of the variants of the 84 has like a saltwater adapter on the end of it, something like that, which absorbs the force of the backblast and doesn't kill everybody in the room with you, which is nice. Not sure if these are the ones that have that though. So Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, things are continuing as expected. Get that fast forward for the trends. So, yeah, it looks like Halloween had a team in here, like a scout team, maybe, and they're now coming back here. Like I said, I really want to mortar this place. I'm just building up to it. Honest. No 155s this turn though. Okay, so in terms of what do we want to do, let's try and get these guys out of here now. I feel like that's not going to end well because there's definitely Germans in those buildings there, but you know, maybe if we can. Oh, actually, yeah, there's a tiny bit of slope there. You can kind of see it on the like that with the action square kind of movement preview. Tiny bit of reverse slope. So if we get them on there and then run them up here, they might make themselves slightly less targetable. We'll see if they get away with that. Yeah, come on, mortars. Maybe these guys are just incapable. They've now fired 10 spotting rounds and haven't hit with any of them. Maybe they're just incapable of adjusting on target, because look, there's one of them there, so yeah. Maybe they're just not very good at it. Which is a pity. So, let's just cancel it, and then we'll drop the mortar somewhere obvious. And then adjust from there. That's probably a smarter thing to do here. So yeah, the small team is up there. They've just got up onto the roof. They're putting a bit of fire out. That's good. This team here can see those guys up there. So yeah, you know what? Let's engage them. I am aware here that I'm kind of what's the word? Kind of going off a little bit half-cocked here. Ideally, I would want all of these units to open up at the same time, so to get, you know, that kind of fire superiority. But at the same time, I know Halloween is coming in slowly enough that he's only exposing certain, you know, parts of his troops. Oh, not parts of his troops. What am I trying to say there? You know, he's only exposing a small amount of his force at a time. So my opportunities for having that sudden like hammer blow of hi there, I now have fire superiority in the first 30 seconds of this engagement, it's not going to happen. Given the terrain as well. So I think it's probably best at this stage just to engage, you know, just to engage away. As and when opportunities become available. Something that might be interesting actually is moving these guys down. If I move those guys downstairs, and then we shuffle them into this building, and then we have them look this way, they can see through this gap in the wall here. and from there they can start engaging various different parts of over there that they can't really do here. Though apparently they can see from, I don't know, see from where we are. Can't really see that way. Maybe if we lined them up there to shoot that way, we might get better. I don't know. Let's leave them there for now. We've got pretty reasonable coverage that way at the moment anyway, so that's not a big deal. If Halloween starts really pushing this way, I can start moving teams into this block here on the ground floor, because I hate balconies, don't like them. That way we can contest him if he tries to occupy this, and of course we have TRP here, so yeah. Also dogs in the background. God, don't you just love dogs? So yeah, so pretty much that whole team here, we're just going to open up and engage at will, just to say to Halloween, you have met some resistance here, how about you slow down a bit? Even more than before. Wouldn't it be nice if I had some Humvees hanging around I could transport troops there and then? These guys, can these guys actually see that? Well, they can't actually. They don't actually have a really good eye on what's going on here because of the because they're going through a gap in the building, so that's not ideal. But we'll give that a couple of turns to see how well it develops. And yeah, otherwise I'm having a pretty big case of FOism here, where I kind of want to do things with my FOs and I can't. Let's move them across to there, and then into that building there, where they can see that intersection, but that's probably going to take too long, so I don't know. This is getting silly now. I really want to mortar this kind of area, so let's medium long. That's going to use up so much ammunition. Penny pinching hapless here. Let's go light and long. It's 4 tubes, so that's quite a lot of firepower, even though it's a light mission. Let's start calling that in, and then as he's doing that, we can bring him over here so we can adjust it to the left. And then we can always cancel or readjust the other mission as needed. Right. Things are about to get a lot more exciting for these guys down here, and we'll see if the sniper team escapes successfully as well. Let's press go, get it back.